Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Kevin Meaney's here, at Kevin Meaney, Twitter. You tweet a lot, Kev?
All the kids are going to the Twitter.
I know.
Yeah. I try to tweet a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I try not to just put up show dates. I try to actually say something funny.
Yeah, me too. I try to do that.
But
a lot of times I regret it. Like, I think something's funny.
Yeah.
Every once in a while something gets out there, but then you go, wow, what did I just do?
Yeah.
And there's no going back.
Yeah. No, well, you can erase it, but then people take the screenshots of them.
Oh, forget it. You can't.
Yeah.
Once it's out there, it's out there.
Right.
And they will use it against you, believe me.
Oh, yeah, they will.
How many followers do you have?
Not many, because I started really late. You know?
I started a couple
So,
years ago.
you know, like I only have 3,000, so I want to get up there.
Well, I mean, I find
little by little.
Most people, well, it's really a kid's thing. It's like Justin Bieber has 20 million because a bunch of 8-year-olds follow him. But now that's getting a little edgy.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian has 30 million, right?
30 million.
No. I think a lot of kids do it, right?
Yeah.
A lot, that's what's time. If you're going for adults,
My daughter's on Instagram. Okay, I'm on Instagram.
Now,
Daddy.
what does that mean?
That's pictures. It's pictures.
Yeah,
you don't know
isn't-
anything.
Isn't Twitter pictures too?
It can be, but Instagram is just pictures. All right, pictures that I approve and I like.
Okay, and no words underneath it.
Yes, there's words. You don't know anything.
You're right. I don't.
You don't know anything about sex, Daddy.
Does she say stuff like that to you at 14?
Yeah.
And what is she? Where's she learning this from? The
At
computer?
school. Listen, at school.
At school.
You know, I said, do you want a Portuguese breakfast? And she goes,
Is that a weird sex thing?
She asked me once if I knew what a Portuguese breakfast was.
Oh, my God.
And I said, no, I don't. She goes, you don't know anything about sex.
I don't even. You know what?
And then I looked up what Portuguese
it?
breakfast was.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not sex. That's disgusting.
Sounds disgusting.
That's like eggs and I don't even look it up.
Yeah.
Look that up
Yeah, we got an
puke
iPad.
in your mouth.
Well, listen. You know what's disgusting about that? A Portuguese breakfast does sound great.
No, it's not great.
I mean, it sounds great. I mean,
No.
the Portuguese rolls.
I feel sorry for the Portuguese.
I have to tell you, there's a restaurant a half a block away that has a Portuguese breakfast.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
It's
No.
on Portuguese
Is it not-
rolls.
they don't have that, do they?
They have what a Portuguese Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, yeah.
They also have
You whisk up some eggs.
Right.
Have her lay down.
Yeah. John.
I know, yeah. You can't.
Okay.
Actually, there's
Oh my God.
Let me see. I mean, now I have to say.
But now
That's-
you have to
that's
imagine.
unbelievable.
You have to imagine that.
What's up,
Like my
somebody's
daughter
having-
asked me what that. She didn't ask me. She told me. She goes, "You don't know anything about sex," and I go, "That's not sex.
Yeah.
That's
wait.
not."
Take a funnel.
And this is the restaurant you go to have your breakfast.
There's 4 of them.
How dare you
AKA
ruin the
Portugal-
whole show?
No, this is a Spanish breakfast. A Portuguese breakfast is something. Well, everything's changed. There's a whorehouse down the road that
everything
has a
changed.
Blumpkin patch, which is
Really?
you don't want to get caught in that.
No, you don't want to get caught.
Well, no, you're right. Doesn't
Wow.
at a 14 years old, doesn't that disturb you that your daughter knows what a
She
Portuguese
knows about
breakfast
that.
Well, she knew. She asked me one. This is a few years ago. She was 12, and she asked me if I knew what 2 girls, 1 cup was.
Oh well, no, it's yeah.
And I said, yes, I do. And she goes, what's it about? And I go, it's about 2 girls and a cup. and you really don't want to talk. I go, you don't want to see it.
You
I know
don't, yeah.
probably some of the boys have watched it, but
Right.
don't go. You don't want to see that. You know.
Well, there's this. We want to do a parody of the sitcom Two Broke Girls, 1 cup. That
that's good.
That
Yeah.
adds a lot because a cup is styrofoam. They can't afford a good cup. It's a big backstory. The cup constantly breaks.
Oh yeah, that's a mess.
Now you brought up Buschetti. Let's give a little shot of Buschetti trying to sneeze. Again, this is not him doing this on purpose.
Somebody told me that. I said, well, I haven't seen the show because I don't have DirecTV. And said,
Yeah.
let's go on the internet. And then the first thing that I watched was Buschetti trying not to sneeze.
Yeah,
and I was laughing
He
hysterically.
doesn't know he has a camera on him.
Oh, he didn't know he had the camera
No,
on.
that's key here. And this happens to him quite a bit.
Yeah.
He thinks a sneeze is coming on, and he attempts to try to, get the sneeze through like you do, because it's satisfying when you can do that. And he can't. So here it is.
Oh, there he is.
This is not...
Oh, that's it. You hold your nose.
This poor turd. You know, he looks like Ralph Cramden trying to tell Alice something. Ah. Tortured man. That went on for 10 minutes. Wait.
There he goes.
What other show has a promo like this? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, boy. I want to sneeze.
Makes you want to sneeze.
Yeah.
And what is he chewing on?
Contagious.
His cud?
Look at the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes roll back in his head like he's having a stroke.
When we told him we saw him doing this, he goes, I'm telling you, Artie, it's no joke. Maybe he isn't. Well, could you imagine if we had him having a stroke on camera? That would be terrible.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't. That's not funny.
We get the idea. Thank you. Anyway, yeah. So,
You don't want to have a stroke.
That's
a
our
terrible thing.
signature thing. Mm-hmm. So, you know.
That's good.
I mean, thank you. I mean, we came up in the writer's room. That's what we came up with. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, in the first season of Saturday Night Live,
Conceptual,
they just
you
had
know?
the bees. You know, the first season of SNL. That wasn't the greatest idea, but they made it work.
It's still good today.
We're
and
pushing
and
it
this,
through.
You know, when was the sneeze? When was that?
About 8 months ago.
8 months ago, and you're still using it and still getting mileage out of it.
Best
People
comedy,
are talking about
The
it.
best comedy's timeless.
Yes.
I mean, look, we're still talking about Sebastian Cabot, Brian Keith.
I don't care. I don't care. I did that 25 years ago. Zoom, 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 bing, bing.
Yeah.
I gotta stand up straight. I don't want to be a hunchback. You know.
Yeah, I know.
You ever see that? You ever see like
Posture's big in
You ever
show
see a hunchback walking down the street and then
I don't think I have.
You never seen a hunchback
yeah,
walking?
like
Maybe.
like older
Yeah,
people.
lean over and
Osteoporosis.
and then you see them,
Yes, I
and
have.
then you straighten up, and they see you straightening up.
Yeah.
Then they feel bad.
It really is bad. I worked
Yeah.
with a guy, a director
Yeah.
of sitcoms, who had that. He was at the beginning stages of it. You could tell,
Yeah.
and you're, you're right. You feel like, okay, I got to feel better.
Yeah,
And you
straighten
throw
up.
out your chest.
yeah.
Now that is, well, in New York, you see everything.
Hunchback, hunchback, hunchback. that was an old joke a long time ago. That was the punchline.
What?
Hunchback, hunchback, hunchback.
Oh, it was?
Yes, it was. That was the punchline.
That sounds funny.
Yeah.
I heard it different. I heard midget, midget, midget.
Well, because you grew
Same
up in New
joke.
Jersey, you
Right,
know,
exactly.
you couldn't do hunchback.
Jersey is
I
very...
grew up in a hunchback area. You know? a lot of hunchbacks.
That'd be funny. It was like,
You want to look like that? No, then stand up straight.
you know, you can't walk through that neighborhood anymore. It's all hunchbacks now.
Yeah.
I remember when it was nothing but straight walking people. Nothing but hunchbacks.
Nothing but hunchbacks.
Now, are you a fan of any sports? Did you
Sure. I follow baseball.
Yeah.
So I follow the Yankees.
you're a Yankee fan?
Yep. And
Did you see they signed this
they signed the
Tanaka guy?
Japanese Mike Moto, Japanese comedian. Didn't they sign? Take
Yeah.
my rice, please.
He's got a great slider.
Remember that comedian, Mike Moto?
Yeah, I know.
I'm Mike Moto. Hello. Let's try that again. Hello. I'm Mike Moto. Take my rice, please. That was his opening line.
Yeah, and then back in the early '80s, he killed.
Oh, he was killer act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he doing now?
I don't know. I don't know what Mike Moto's doing. You know,
Okay.
he's probably working.
I
you
hope
know?
so.
Yeah, doing great.
And I thought
Give him
that
a shout out, Mike Moto on Twitter.
you're welcome to come here, Mike. That fan, I was afraid he was going to take all his
That
spots.
fan, yeah.
He did well. Now, listen. The world of comedy nowadays is a lot of social media. It's
Yes.
changed a lot. Do you feel comedy's going in a good direction?
Not my comedy. Not my.
What direction is that?
Me, I'm getting my real estate license. That's what I'm doing. You know? Going back to pot washers union. No, it's all good. You know, you just have to keep as long as you keep working. You know,
Right.
that's what it's all about.
Gotta
And
keep
I've been working for over 30 years. You know, making my living
impressive.
doing this. You know, and basically with the same act. So,
but not a lot of people can say that.
No, a lot of people can't say that. You know.
I mean, you see Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen, and you see a lot
Oh,
of guys.
now that's when I want to shoot myself,
Yeah.
okay? Now, how this guy still has a show.
And I heard he's
know.
very wealthy from it.
Oh, I turn it on. That's when I would become Elvis, and if I had a gun, I would shoot
would
the
shoot the
television.
Yeah.
I would shoot Byron Allen right there. I would just like take out a gun and go.
Because, you know, the
I
problem
hate
with
him so much.
It's the direct opposite.
It has
of Comics
he has
Unleashed.
nothing to say. Absolutely nothing.
It's the direct opposite of Comics Unleashed. They could not be more tethered. It's their act that
They go, do you want to be on the Byron Allen show? No. No, no,
Well,
no.
after this tirade, you can kiss it goodbye.
I guess I'm not going on.
No, but he does.
They'll probably offer it to me now, just to see if I'll say no. And I will say no.
They like conflict.
Yeah.
But this is what it is. Comics Unleashed is the direct thing that's wrong with TV.
What is Comics Unleashed?
That's what he. That's what.
Oh,
he
that's
knows.
his name of the
Yeah,
show?
That's the name
Okay,
of it.
all right.
And it's
Unleashed,
the direct opposite
yeah.
of being unleashed. They cannot be less wild.
Yeah.
It's just them doing their act.
Yeah.
He sets them up.
Right.
And sometimes it just doesn't. It's just very boring.
Yeah. I'm going to get a gun now.
Would you shoot? Well, shooting a TV now, it's
Yeah, I guess
they're too nice.
Yeah.
You don't want to shoot a TV.
I get an old TV.
You don't want to shoot a
black
plasma screen.
and white. Right. No.
One time, he like sets comics up for their act. Like so I understand, Kevin. You're doing this. Blah, blah, blah. One time he looked at John Lovitz, who was on there doing it. He said, "I understand, John. You're getting older." That was the setup. And then he had like 20 sizzling minutes on getting older.
You travel and you have to, go on these radio shows, in the
morning
Midwest and and every time you go to them, you have to wait outside and you're knocking on the door.
Yeah.
The radio say, "Yeah, we'll be down in a minute," and you get in and they, "Can you give us some, just give us some lead-ins so we'll lead you into your bit." And it's like, why did I even come here? I don't
It's
even
the
want to do
worst.
this.
And you got to get up early, and then that night you got like 3 shows at the
I don't
Funny
mind.
Bone.
I don't mind getting up early and going to the radio shows. I really don't.
But don't you? I mean, you lead a nocturnal life as a comic, doesn't it?
No,
hard to
I get home to after the show I can go home right to sleep. So
even in hotels on the road, are you able to do that?
I'll just do a couple of bumps and I'm down.
The bumps keep you up.
Not doing a bump. Not doing a bump. Cooking some meth. I'm staying up all night. I'm having a party.
That's another way to go.
Yeah, that's another way to go.
Just
Yeah.
cook meth and just stay up the entire 3 days.
Yeah. No, but I go right to sleep. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I work out. I work out a lot. So by the end of the day, I'm exhausted.
So you'll go to the gym at the
Oh,
Sheraton.
yeah, sure, yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not like that. I'm horrible with that. I've
lost like 70 pounds. So
No, you look fantastic.
well, thank you. I
do.
wasn't looking for that compliment. But thank you.
You did the same thing I did with the
dear,
science.
yeah. There's my hair. Oh, woo-woo.
Now, do you have a favorite Justin Bieber song you can sing?
Baby, 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 baby. I kind of went into a little Johnny Mathis there, didn't I? Baby, baby, baby. Oh.
No, I mean, it's rare that someone, at 57 will do that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Good for you. I mean, not a lot of people have the guts to do that.
No, they don't. They don't have the guts to do that.
Now, are you still working with Jay Thomas? You were on his show?
Yes. I'm with Jay every day from 3 to 6 on XM 104.
Jay's a great host, great radio guy.
Horrible man. One of the
Is he personally treated you terribly?
mean, horrible. He's one of the most generous guys I know.
Really?
And I just love him. And we just have this really good energy together.
How did that come about? Did you know Jay?
I went on his. We met a number of years ago doing benefits, like in Santa Fe.
Doing bumps?
No, we weren't doing bumps. But we would go out to these the United Way. They would fly us out, and we'd have to entertain them, and then we'd be in
that's
We
cool.
have to do these ski trips, and I would have to go ski. I'd have to race, and I beat Dan Fouts in a.
You did?
I did. And then I
Really?
said, "Hey, yeah, Dan, how about that? I beat you in that race." He goes, "I've had 6 knee surgeries."
He was mad about it.
I was like, "Yeah, but I still won." Okay,
Yeah,
loser.
who cares about the knee
You're a
surgery?
loser.
Big deal, yeah.
So, did you ever play with Dan Fouts? No. He
was way older. Dan Fouts was way older.
Yeah.
But no, Dan Fouts one of the greatest quarterbacks
Yes.
ever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But he was a knee guy. But who cares?
Wow,
mean,
I can't believe he was making that excuse.
Yeah,
though.
can't he let you
Yeah,
have
he
a
did. He
moment?
did make
He
an
can't
he
let you have a
really
moment.
had to rely on that.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He was angry. I mean, did you feel at
Oh, yeah.
risk
We
at
never
any
talked
point?
again after that. No, he's a great guy. When I was up to his house in Oregon, and the Three Sisters Mountains up there, and we went skiing up there. And he's a great guy, and his
When
wife
you were
Carrie.
skiing, did you go, how's your knees now? Guess someone can ski, Mr. Knee Operation.
He's a good skier, but he's kind of like the Pope now. He goes really slow down the hills.
He was a great
Remember the Pope
quarterback.
skiing?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I love that.
and he's going down with his robes, no underpants on.
What do you think? What do you think of the new pope?
Well, you know, he's
radical
He's not that radical. He hasn't done anything.
compared to other popes. I mean,
No, I think he's you know.
you're saying I have misinformation on this?
He still hasn't really addressed the child molestation
Yeah, it's
issue.
hard to address that.
You know, it is.
It's hard
But
to think of, okay, how do
sorry,
we address
I brought
this?
it up, but he really, you know. I mean, all these priests are getting called out for all this stuff, and the Pope
true.
goes, "Oh, you know, we're not. You know, they really haven't done anything."
The Catholic Church policy for basically 100 years was, let us know when you're done banging every kid in Pittsburgh. We'll move you to Boston.
Yeah.
That's basically what they said.
And exactly.
And now they're getting away with it.
And they have gotten away with it for hundreds of years, thousands of years.
Irish Catholic, I assume.
I was never molested in Catholic school, so I had to wait until I got to public school to get molested.
Did that happen?
Yes, it did.
Did it really happen?
It was also a joke. Yes.
Oh. I mean,
terrible.
that's
a hurtful joke.
Yeah. It is a hurtful joke.
Oh, okay, it's
all right?
comedy.
Sorry.
The man is
trying to
Stop
lighten
it.
it up here.
No.
He's
Did
trying
it
to
really
lighten it up.
happen though?
Yes, it really happened.
John,
Yes,
John,
yes,
we're
it is.
trying to lighten it up. So when did the
Yeah.
priest bang? Spit tape.
And that wasn't in the city. That was in the suburbs. Okay.
Was it really?
That was the suburbs.
I mean,
yeah.
that really
Yeah.
is. So did you prosecute the guy? Or
No, the guy's probably still alive.
would you want to confront him?
I actually talked to a friend of mine who's a ex-New York City police officer, and we talked about it one time, and we said we should really go see if this guy's still around, and just confront him,
Would the cop want to get? A lot of cops might get. Would you want to be violent with the guy? What did he want to do?
No, I think we just wanted to confront him, and just
right.
to,
See how he'd react.
yeah.
Because the problem is, the sad truth is, there's probably a bunch of other kids with the same that he did it to.
Oh,
and,
I'm sure there was, and it was one of these situations where we had moved from our house in Elmsford, New York, and we moved up to Mayfair Acres, where my mom still lives. And
Right.
so I was a new kid, and so when I went into that school, and I was like fooling around, and then next thing you know, he pulled me into
terrible.
and
How did he? What did he say to you? How did he approach you?
well, I was in trouble. Do you want to?
Oh, he got you. You were in trouble.
Yeah, I was in trouble, so I had to go into his office.
Oh, okay. He waits for the vulnerable kids who get in trouble.
Yeah, so then you'd never want to go back to your parents to tell them because you were the new kid in school.
Of course.
So so he. The thing is,
You're in the worst position
you
ever as a
figure it
kid.
out later on when you get older, and you say, "That's why he did that because he knew that I wouldn't go back to my parents because I was new in school and I didn't want to get in trouble because I was a new kid in school."
And the horrifying thing that you realize is he was a well planned out predator. You know, like
And
premeditated predator.
They knew my record because they, the Catholic school said that I needed to. They said, he's not really. He doesn't fit well in a Catholic school. He needs more free. He needs more freedom, and he needs to. He's hyper. I was hyperactive.
Right.
So that's like ADHD now.
Right.
So you would have a pill for that, but. Back then, it was like, just move him to another school. Just move the priest to another parish.
That's unbelievable.
So that's where they put me up there.
And then the poor kids in the other parish learn about Father Wonderful when they get there.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Kev, you came out of it great. You turned it into a brilliant comedy career, and I cannot be more proud to know you. How's that
Thank
sound?
you, Artie.
How's that sound?
And thank you, John.
Yeah, follow
Thank you.
Kevin.
Yeah.
At Kevin Meaney, all one word. And
Yes.
where are you going to find a comic from, generations past doing Justin Bieber, priest material? I don't care. Still on the list. He's looking good. He's slim. The Jay Thomas Show.
Yes.
Check that out. And come back anytime, Kevin.
Thank you, Artie.
I love you, buddy. Kevin
Love
Meaney.
you too.
Back after these words.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.